Welcome back to Living Local. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and no one is immune from threats from cyber villains, but with some effort and proper precautions, we can all protect ourselves from the dangers online. Now, with me today is Beth Tinsman, the founder and CEO of Twin State
Technical Services.
That's it, Twin State Technical Services.
The technical part of being safe.
I love it, I love it, I love it. So, you know, as the holidays are approaching, this is like a really important topic to discuss, cybersecurity and everything like that.
Sure, because we're shopping online.
Absolutely.
We're shopping on our phones. We're engaged in buying things. And this is hot diggity dogs. You're being shopped too.
Absolutely, and no one is immune. So everyone is, you know,
well, when you look at the population, you know, and you think about, have you been impacted by cybersecurity? Has your credit card been hacked? Everybody either has a neighbor themselves, their aunt, uncle, somebody they know. So it's really very pervasive.
Yeah, I mean, what types of things should you look out for and be aware of when you're on your computer or on your phone to think that you might be hacked? Because that's always a scary thing. I'm always like panicked about that when I get that little like,
do I know that person, right? Like they've approached me. Well, there's a few things you can do, and one is actually be a little bit less gullible. If you don't know somebody, or you don't recognize a name, or if you recognize a name, it's very simple to just look at the name, right-click, and just see if the address makes sense, right? So if you're getting a message from FedEx and you're expecting a package, but the message looks a little strange, you can right-click in a menu bar in an email and say, is that really from FedEx? Likewise, you're getting scammed also in texts. People are sending you things about the order. Here's a typical one, shopping for Christmas. Find out more about your order, or here's something about your invoice, but it doesn't really have any context, or you've ordered this and the price is doubled, and so it's trying to get your sense of urgency to reply to it.
And who's most vulnerable to cyber attacks like this?
Well, frankly, everyone has man, woman, child. Everybody has something that somebody wants to know, so they might want to just know your friends, right? Like if they can't get money from you or steal your identity, maybe they just want your friend list because you might have, or your job, right? In LinkedIn, you're an accountant. Oh, good. Or you're doing this kind of financial work. Great, that's a place I might want to go.
Yeah, so are there things you can do to prevent cyber attacks as a business, for instance?
Businesses have more tools and more centralization. So businesses do things like user awareness training. Colleges do this too, password management. They'll have a policy that tells you what to do, and it might say that you have to have a certain number of letters or characters. They will automatically update software for you from a central point. So they have other really cool things that they do, like multi-factor authentication. We're all subjected to that, where we have to offer something we know, or a code or something like that. So businesses have, they even have cyber insurance.
Well, on the flip side of that, since I don't have that in my home, what do you do as an individual to make sure that you're protected against this kind of thing? People in their homes, retail and consumers have a different kind of thing they can do. One of the really neat things that people don't know about that's come out in the last year is artificial intelligence that's put into software that protects you, and that's typically called antivirus software. And there's some really good ones. Some come out for free, but now there's it's called an EDR. It's endpoint detection and response. And the response is it karate chops the bad guy, so you just don't have to look at a message and say, oh my gosh, I have to respond to this. It'll take care of it and prevent it for you. Updating your phone and updating your workstation and just being a little suspicious using this kind of EDR software. Those are the things you can do. And how can Twin State Technical Services help them? Because you're here for that reason.
Yes,
to help us out.
We're here to really educate people, because we need everybody to do something different, right? We need them nobody likes fixing this kind of stuff, but we are there to help you. The best thing to do is prevention, right? Versus remediation. So preventing it means we put in safeguards and software ahead of time, whether you're a consumer or we mainly focus on about 400 businesses and nonprofits.
I just love that you're here.
So, well, I love being here too.
I just love learning from you. This is so cool, because I'm always petrified of that.
Well, it should be a fun, great place. And there's a lot of things you can do to make it just a little bit more fun for you.
Awesome, awesome. Well, more information can be found on cybersecurity and their services they provide. Go to tsts.com.